G'day, gorgeous. It's Jackie here. How are you? Listen, one of the things that I have absolutely loved doing and I've specialized in for the last few decades is group sessions. Group sessions are so powerful. When you approach a group that is really looking, so a group of individuals from all over the world that is looking to radically change and transform some aspect of themselves or their lives. In this case, we're talking about wealth, money, finances. Doing this in a group session is the most effective. Why? Because when you join, if I was to do a session just one-on-one for you, it would be great and it would be very bloody effective and you would have great change from that. But when you come to the table, when we're doing it live like this, and you bring your own innate wisdom brings to the table what the most important things are that need to be addressed in relation to your wealth, your finances, your money, right? Throughout your whole life, you've got a whole life story around that. You've brought in hereditary and generational stories around that. You've had all your own experiences around that. You have many, many, many belief systems in your subconscious, and the subconscious is protecting it for dear life. And those belief systems totally 100% dictate what your relationship is to wealth, money, and finances, and what your experience of that then is. So when you come to my virtual table in my virtual treatment room, right, and your innate wisdom knows exactly what your story is, and it knows exactly what the most important things are, what the priorities are that need to be addressed right now, that is special. Then everybody else's innate wisdom also comes to the table. These are the people that are going to be joining us in this group session, and their innate wisdoms also bring forth what the most important things to address for them are. So we get this fusion, this almighty, powerful, energetic, morphinogenic field of fusion-based priorities. So everyone's innate wisdom comes forward collectively and says, these are the most important things that we need to address around the concepts of wealth, money, and finances today in this session. And it will do exactly the same thing when we join up for the next session, and the people who have decided to show up for that session, show up for that session. So in saying that, it's totally your choice. This is a pay what you want or pay what you can type of offering for you. So you can join for one session, you can join for 4, you can join for all 6. It's totally up to you. You can join for the first one, you can pop in at the 4th one. You might just be finding this whole event that's been happening, and I'm getting ready to do the 6th session. Every single one of them are going to be smashing. Every single one of them are going to be important. So it doesn't matter. It's meant to be. However you come to find this, whatever you feel drawn to drop in on and participate in is absolutely perfect. And that is the way it's meant to be. So don't stress or fuss over it whatsoever. Okay. I can just see that this is such a critical thing that we need to address now, because it's not just something that every single person has, in some ways, a pathological relationship to the consciousness of money. Every single person does, because this issue around money, our relationships around money, what the dynamics around money, the control around money has been going on for how long? Not just your lifetime, not just your parents or your grandparents or their grandparents. This has been going on for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And when we find ourselves in these historic period of times where the talk around money, the issues around money are to the forefront, and people are getting triggered, people are stressed. We're having catalyst experiences that force change around money. This is the time to do it. This is the best time to do it. Whilst the conflict's happening, whilst the pressure is there, whilst the squeezing is happened, whilst these issues are coming up for you, perhaps you might not have any like pressing issues for you, but you're aware that your relationship to money isn't as good as what it can be. And how do you know that? Because it's not effortless, it's not easy. Maybe you feel some fear about it. Maybe you get triggered when people talk to you about money or ask you about your money or whatever like that. I actually don't know. I've never met anybody ever yet that has a completely healthy, well-adjusted, balanced relationship with the consciousness of money. And that tells you something. So we have a lot of healing to do around this. We have a lot of repair to do around this individually and collectively. And the best way to do this very quickly is in group sessions. So in these group sessions, what we're going to be doing is addressing limiting belief systems about money that prevent you from being able to generate the money that you need effortlessly, being able to hold on to it, pass it on for goods and services, and be totally at ease with that. And also to have a very healthy relationship with money. And beliefs of, I don't need it, it's not good for me. It's not a healthy relationship with money. This is our reality right now. This is the world that we live in. We exchange in part by the use of wealth and finances and money. So until that radically changes for us, and that won't happen for a long time, it is up to us to radically transform these belief systems and our relationships to these concepts. And when we do that, that's when then eventually the need to have a society that is based around money and controlled by money, that'll start to fall away. That's not where we are right now. And we've chosen to come here at this time in part to actually supersede these limiting belief systems and really find a much happier, healthier, prosperous, robust ways to have a great relationship with wealth and have more money available to you. So what I would encourage you to do after you've signed up for a session, then what I would love for you to do is jump on the contact page of my website, and I will link it below somewhere. I'll try to remember that. And you can, if you want to, you don't have to, it's not necessary, but you can send through just 1 or 2 bullet points of what pops into your mind when you sit with this concept and you think back on your relationship with wealth and money and finances. What's the 1 or 2 points that really comes up for you that you feel like has been an issue for you, or you struggling to change and get over? Or maybe it's a really big pressing issue for you now. Or maybe you want to highlight an issue that's been for you in the past, but you're worried that it's not being reconciled, and you're worried it might come up again. Put that into a bullet point. And whatever you send through is between me and you. I won't share it at all, especially any names. I wouldn't share that at all, but it just stays between you and I. And the beautiful thing about that is that when you declare it and you set an intention and you say, hey, I have this fear about not about getting money, but then when I get money, I'm scared. What do I do with it? What do I do with money? I'm so, I got told when I was 11 years old that I'm irresponsible with money, and that's just kind of stuck with me forever. So when you make these kinds of observations and you declare something, you're putting it forward, your innate wisdom will actually bring the priorities forward for that and allow us to be able to address issues around that. And everybody else who's joining in on that particular group session, their own innate wisdoms will also bring forth what their most pressing priorities are and what the most important things that we need to address are. It'll bring that forward, and it will be in the session. So I will be speaking a lot through the session. I will be letting you know exactly what comes up in the session, what concepts we're addressing, what part of the body-mind complex it relates to. We're going to be addressing a lot of body psychology, a lot of consciousness issues are going to be coming up, which is what we want. We want that because that's where our radical change is. So if you send through a few bullet points, I'm going to read them all. I'm going to note them all. And then we just let it all softly sit on the table in front of us. And all of your each innate wisdoms come together, join a massive morphinogenic field, and bring forward the priorities that are most important to address in that session. And I will talk you through the entire process of what's coming up as a priority. I will talk you through any particular techniques that we need to do that help that healing process and that shifting and releasing process, especially if we're deconstructing rigid belief systems. I'll talk you through everything step by step. And any resources that need to be given to you, there might be tips, tools, mantras, declarations, reference books are a great one that Innate loves to bring forward, really powerful reference books that are easy to understand, but they really shift the consciousness of money and your relationship to it. That might come up. So I'm really excited to see what resources your innate wisdom brings forth for me to pass on to you. And then it's totally up to you. It's your own timeline. You get to choose when you interact with that and not. Now, if you live in a time zone where it's in the middle of the night and you think, oh gosh, Jacquie, I can't be awake at 3 o'clock in the morning, and sign up anyway, because we're going to send the video recording through. If you join us live for the session, great. You're still going to get a video recording after that, and then we'll send the video recording out to you and you've got access to that, and we'll send you the resources and anything that comes through from that as well. I am beyond excited. Like, I really am excited to be doing this. I've been wanting to do it since last year. It just hasn't come up as the right time. And I feel like we're really reaching a bit of a crescendo period of time where this catalyst experience that we're collectively going through is reaching a little bit of a point. Now it feels like the perfect time to do it, when there's a little bit of a squeeze on. So I look forward to you joining me. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, points that you want to send through of things that have really affected you around money or stressed you around money, then send them through the contact page. And I look forward to seeing you in our group sessions. Bye for now.